All right. So, Unrivaled just ended. The championship game just ended between the Vinyl and the Rose. First off, a lot of people don't even know what Unrivaled is, I feel like. So, it's a basketball league, women's basketball league, created by, how you say her name? I always mess
Napheesa
up.
Collier
Napheesa Collier
and
and
Breanna Stewart.
Breanna Stewart. So this was the inaugural season, and it's a 3-on-3 league where they play in a shortened full court. Now, you told me about this league, and I didn't have no interest in watching it because I felt like who in the world played 3-on-3 full court? So when I was growing up, we never did 3-on-3 full court because it just felt stupid to me. Because it's for 5-on-5. You only have 6 people on the court. Why would you need to run full court? So I didn't even want to watch it. But anyway, I took a chance, watched it, and it was good. It was good. So if you don't know, the championship, like I said, was tonight. The Rose won the inaugural season, won the first championship of this league. So, how did you like this league, first of all?
Oh, I thought it was excellent. It was entertaining. You could see that people were actually competitive. It wasn't. It didn't look like something that people were just being lazy and no effort with. So I enjoyed seeing the intensity, and then also enjoyed seeing different faces on different teams. Um, I thought it was important for people not to be with their regular crew so we could actually see what people look like outside of the box and outside of their normal teams. So I thought that was a cool aspect of it. And I also like that everybody in this league seemed to have been supported, had all the resources they needed. They had caregivers and nannies if they needed to for their kids. So they had work-life balance while here. They had a lot of different coaches, and a lot of these coaches were assistant coaches from the WNBA as well as the NBA. So it was nice to see some new faces as far as the coaches that they had. And also, I heard a lot of great things as far as, the access that they had to the gym, just being able to train the way they wanted to, being able to have nurseries in the facility, and just being in the state seemed like a big win for all of them, in addition to being paid more money than they are getting paid in the W, if you want to be honest.
Okay, so if people don't know, they play in one location, which is in Miami, Florida. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so they don't have to worry about, traveling. They don't have to worry. First of all, one of the biggest things to me is they don't have to worry about going overseas if they don't want to. You can stay in the USA and still make money, and a lot of them, play overseas during the off season, and you know, whether it's because they just love playing ball or they just feel like they need more money to supplicate to whatever the word
Supplement their
is.
income.
Yeah. So I feel like it's a good thing that they can stay in the U.S., stay where their family is probably in the U.S., and they don't have to worry about traveling back and forth. Even more so, even if they were in different um, states playing, they don't even have to worry about that. So I think that's a benefit. But what I would say, so the coaches in this league, there's no WNBA coaches, just some former WNBA coaches.
Yeah, most of the coaches were assistant coaches, or the only one that was the actual head coach was Teresa Witherspoon from the WNBA. Other than that, everybody else were assistant coaches.
Okay, so I don't think you can coach in this league and coach in the WNBA. I'm not sure if you can do that,
I
but
don't
I
know.
know Teresa
I don't see why not, because
Witherspoon,
this league,
Weatherspoon was in it.
the timing of this league is different from when the WNBA is, so I don't see why not. The players play in the WNBA and in this league, so why wouldn't the
Yeah,
coaching staff
that's a
be able
good
to?
point. So more, I feel like this would just open up the opportunity also, which is great for more assistant coaches that may be on WNBA teams to get a chance to be head coaches. And
Yeah.
like I know one of the guys on this team that was actually an assistant coach for for the Mystics, um, was coaching. I don't remember what team he was coaching, but he was coaching one of these teams, and he may also still be assistant for WNBA coaching for NBA team, WNBA team. But this is what we were talking about before. Do you think the WNBA are? Do you think they are in trouble now that so many different leagues are opening up for women, and also we mentioned like some amenities that they have with this league, unrivaled. I don't. I'm unaware that the WNBA had these. Like they were saying, one, they saying they getting paid way more than the WNBA. They saying they getting child care. They getting with a lot of
They getting a
amenity.
chef,
Okay,
for
so I
what I
didn't even know
heard.
about that.
They getting what gym time whenever they want. Like they saying they getting all this stuff that they don't get in the W. In addition to higher pay and life balance.
And so do you feel like the WNBA, I guess their commissioner, do you feel like they should be scared?
Yes, because players such as Andrew Reese, Napheesa Collier, they've already hinted at sitting out and not playing. You know, they've already said that. Don't be surprised if players get to the league whenever this 2025 season starts and they don't want to play. And because they feel like this was created in what? I mean, I think it was created in like maybe a 2 year span, and they were able to get treated this way, whereas the W has continued to struggle. So they really don't have an excuse to keep struggling like they are. Not to mention that they just started flying, what was it, private jets and stuff, like just a few years ago, but they were flying commercial flights.
Yeah, I think it was. I can't remember. Was it if they were flying private now, or if it was like first class now? I can't remember, but or if that's the
Either
same thing.
way, it's a
I
shame
don't fly, so
because
I
we
don't
don't
even
have to
know.
worry about the NBA players being on no daggone commercial flight with the rest of us.
I agree. So my thing is, I hear they're making a lot of demands now, like with the what is it, the CBA and them. They're
Yep.
asking for a lot. Well, actually, no, I'm not gonna say a lot, but they putting a lot of pressure now on the WNBA to give them more, like more money, more share, and I can say with the popularity that's growing from Angel Reese, from Caitlin Clark, and from a lot of these college players coming out, because we already know the NCAA women's basketball is really popular, and a lot of these players that's coming into the league, you know, they're coming off. This is the most popular the W has ever been, and they realize that now the W they're doing better now, but they did take a long time to even to get where we're at. It shouldn't have took this long, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Now you see how much Rival is doing in just their first year. That doesn't look good to me for the WNBA. And like I said, if they can create this 3-on-3 league right now and have it this organized, um, having all these amenities with child care, the pay is higher, and they got sponsors and all of this. Like why would they put the WNBA first
Yeah.
if they don't have to?
Right. And also the other important thing is that with Unrival, all of these players, they got equity, right? They got a stake also in this. So like for the WNBA, they're gonna do what they want to do and make whatever excuses they want to. But these women have made it very clear that they are unhappy with the working conditions, and I feel like they've made these complaints for a long time. This is nothing new, but they've continued to not to take them seriously. And you know, everybody looks at the NBA as the best league for men to play in. So I guess they were thinking the same thing for the WNBA. But now we're seeing that may not be the case.
They almost like, nah, we got options now. And that's how I always felt about the NBA. Like, if y'all felt like y'all were, ever at the mercy of owners and all of that, y'all are the y'all have the ability to start your own stuff with your own money. If you felt like you didn't want to be in the NBA, if you felt like, just for me, back in the day, I felt like players normally stayed on the same team. It was rare that they were on more than two teams in their career. I felt that way back in the day. Now, you don't expect a player to be on the same team for the rest of his career. You expect him to be on three or more teams before, by the time he retired, he didn't play for at least three teams. And I
Yeah.
like that players also are not feeling uh, like they're obligated anymore, because it's really not loyalty as a business. So I understand owners in the sense of we can get rid of you at any time. And then I understand players like, well, why can't I leave when I want? So it goes both ways. But back to the WNBA, I'll say this. I didn't watch, I was ignorant because I just didn't watch women's basketball at all. I felt like it probably was boring because it's not dunking and it's not none of that stuff. But I started watching in 2014, watching the Washington Mystics. Then for me, I said, hey, this is entertaining to me. I don't care what nobody else feel. I'm not one of them people, male or female, that's like, oh, I'm not gonna watch this jank because they not crossing, they can't dunk. Nah, if it's entertaining to me, and a lot of times they playing harder and they using more fundamentals because they can't dunk and do all of that. But I'm not comparing them to the men anyway, because obviously it's different genders. Um, I'm looking at, to me, I'm entertained. Like I said, I've been watching for since 2014. I enjoy it, and now with this Unrivaled that I didn't think I would like, but I ended up liking it. So I can only imagine how bigger this gonna be in its second year.
Yeah. I think they're going to have more teams, and there was also conversations about them being able to travel and not just be based in Miami next season. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I think the pressure will be on because, like I said, with the notoriety in the WNBA now, and now they're making more money. Not saying everybody just want to compare them a lot to the NBA. It's two different products, and it'll be no comparison. One, NBA been around way longer. Plus, it's a different type of crowd. They have more fans, but they're building and they're going in a better direction. But at the same time, it's been some people that's like, hey, we ain't gotta wait around for the WNBA. We create our own thing, and whatever happens from that, it happens. That's my take. Um, so overall, I'm gonna say I enjoyed it. Or Unrivaled. If you don't know about it, then check it out. What's the website? Unrivaled.com, probably.
I believe so.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I think it's very well organized. It seems like they take really good care of their players, and it seems like they care more than just about basketball with them. That they really want to get an opportunity. Like you said, I believe each initial player has equity in the league, and it's a lot of famous or a lot of people that invested in this, like some NBA players also. So they support the game too, and I'm just curious how the WNBA going to respond now that their league is now that the WNBA is going to start in a few months. So I'm curious to see how they go. But anyway, thank y'all for listening. We will talk to y'all later. Getting ready, take some sleepy time tea so we can go to bed, and y'all be blessed. Peace.
Peace. Follow that app.